Okay, good morning. Right, so it's Crystalline here with Badass Butterflies Spiritual and Emotional Badassery Sunday morning session. And today I'm going to talk about this new moon in Leo, which might be making you feel like the universe doesn't like you. But I'm here to tell you that the universe loves you. So there is kind of a hard aspect between Saturn and the sun going on right now, and the new moon is rising because um, we are being called to step into, let me start over. Good morning. My name is Crystal Lynn Bell, and the sun is shining in Leo, and the sun owns Leo. This is its house. It is its rule. He is the ruler, and he feels great in Leo. It's like a lion roaring and shaking his mane, and there's all this electricity that's pouring off of his mane. He wants to feel magnificent. We want to feel magnificent. We want to feel badass. But Saturn is got an issue with the sun. Always has, always will. The sun is hot and big, and Saturn is not small, but he's cold, okay? And Saturn is really, really slow moving because Saturn is all about paying attention to detail, doing things the right way, taking the time you need to learn something deeply, um, not cutting corners. Saturn is about really taking responsibility and working toward excellence. So in your life, right now, you are being shown, and especially if you have had some challenges over the last 3 days in particular, and there's been kind of a slow build up to this, where maybe over the last couple of weeks, you've been feeling this kind of anxiety and maybe even a feeling of doom around areas where you are weak or lacking or not paying attention. And so the universe, in particular, Saturn, is saying, hey, I'm getting ready to bring the hammer. On August 6th, I'm gonna hit you in the head with a hammer, okay? And that was just 2 days ago. So Saturn is saying, I need you to pay attention to what I'm trying to teach you. And if you're not listening to me, you're gonna get hit in the head with the hammer. So the sun wants to be magnificent. And Saturn says, I want you to be magnificent too, but I also want you to be right. I want you to pay attention to detail. I want you to be disciplined. I want you to be a grown-up. I want you to take responsibility for yourself. And I want you to take responsibility for what you know to be right. So I need you to take responsibility as you're being magnificent. So that is the lesson for today. And that is the opportunity for this time with the new moon. So when the new moon comes, the new moon is always about beginning a cycle that's going to last for 1 year through the next new moon. So today is August 8th. So sometime in 2022, around August, okay, the beginning of August, there is going to be this thing that we're working on today, what we start today is going to go through a full cycle and will be at a new level next year. That is, if you're smart, okay? If you're smart and you pay attention and you're willing to do what you're being asked to do. Now, if you're Aquarius, I really want you to pay close attention to what I'm talking about. It's true for everyone, but it's particularly true for people who are Aquarian because Saturn is in Aquarius until at least until December. I think he's in Aquarius for another year. I think I have to look that up, but I think he's in Aquarius for an entire year. But this is important because, again, Saturn is the bringer of hard lessons. So right now, everybody, no matter what your sign, we have the sun is in Leo and the new moon is in Leo, which means that we are being challenged around our magnificence and our authority. So your job right now is to make a list of all the things and all the areas where you want to have magnificence, okay? It's great to make lists at the time of the new moon. You want to make lists, you want to make goals, you want to make action plans, you want to create, create, create. So with this new moon, write down all the places where you want to feel magnificent, and particularly where you want to feel magnificent in your physical body and in your pleasure centers. So around the things where you feel pleasure. So sexually, romantically, connecting, feeling like you're a part of a pride, having pride. These are areas where you want to feel magnificent. So make some goals around these things. And because of this hard aspect of Saturn and the sun, you should also write down the challenges that you know you face around these areas, any obstacles. You should write those down and work on them. So for me, I love Leo. I love the energy of Leo. I love Leo people. I really thrive in Leo. I blossom, and I love the physicality of Leo. So the Leo sexual energy is really strong right now, but also the Leo athleticism, right? So for me, right now, I really am loving running and exercising, long distance running, pickleball. I'm sharp, I'm feeling good. And what Saturn is doing is saying, hey, you love all those things, but you need to sharpen up how you take care of yourself after you do those things. So after you play pickleball, after you run, are you stretching? Are you using the foam roller? Are you doing the myofascial release? Are you taking the long-term view of what running and pickleball is doing to your body, to your joints? So you want to have your goals, you want to have your pleasures, but you need to think about things for the long run. That's what Saturn is helping us do. Saturn is not an asshole, okay? Saturn is not just trying to be mean for the sake of being mean. Saturn wants you to thrive. Saturn wants you to be Saturn wants you to be a true badass. A true badass is not a half-ass, okay? Saturn wants you to be a whole badass. Saturn wants you to be badass, not a half-ass, and certainly not a whole ass, okay? So the point that I'm trying to make is that wherever you cut corners, right, especially around pleasure, like we can give in to gluttony. Like yesterday, I found myself binge eating, okay, almonds. Like I love my raw almonds. I soak them, then I dehydrate them so they're activated and they are delicious and they are sweet. And I found myself binge eating those. And Saturn, I could hear Saturn's voice in my head, and it was saying, you're binging right now. It's not okay. Stop it. And I'm like, okay, I need to stop. And so what I had to do was stop and listen to why I was binging. What were my needs? And so I said, I feel anxiety, you know, I'm feeling like there's a lot of change and I'm not feeling like I have enough time. I don't have the time that I need to nurture myself as I'm making these big changes. And so the message that came from Saturn was, well, do something about your emotional state. Don't fucking eat almonds, you know, do something about how you feel, you know, nurture yourself, listen to yourself, do some shadow work, take a break, sit down, be still. And so I did that. And I gave myself what I needed. And I had a good night's sleep. And I woke up feeling renewed, refreshed, and ready for this new moon. So that is the message for today. I want you to feel refreshed and vibrant with this new moon. I want you to feel empowered. And I know that for a lot of you, the last few days have been really, really challenging. And it's because you're being asked to step into true magnificence, true authority, which is not half-assed, it's badass, okay? Now, just a couple of quick announcements. I'm going to be back here again next Sunday, but in my group. So make sure you come and join my group on Facebook. I'll put a link in the comments there for you, or in the description. And also, that's it. Come and join my group. All right. I look forward to hearing your comments about what you're going on. That's another thing. Please, in the comments, tell me about your experience with Saturn, with this change, and what are your goals for the new moon? All right. I'm signing off. I'll talk to you later. Bye for now. Bye.